Outlander, Rachel's Journey. Rachel's journey reaches its climax with a profound and poetic stillness, rather than grand declarations or sweeping climaxes. This moment is so delicately rendered that it settles in the soul like a soft exhale. In the final episodes of Season 8, Rachel steps into the kind of moment that stories are made for not because of its trauma, but because of its truth. After months of enduring the quiet ache of a grief that reshapes the very foundation of her world, it is early morning. The light of dawn spills across Fraser's Ridge, pale gold and glimmering like the first breath of a new season. The land is quiet, not sleeping, but reverent, as if nature is taking a moment to observe where the earth gives way to eternity. Rachel stands alone at the point where the ridge's edge meets the sky. She doesn't feel threatened or unwelcome. As the mist curls around her ankles like a flash of memory, she does not hesitate. She accepts it in the same way that she accepts everything else now: the joy, the pain, and the unanswered questions. She is changed. Her eyes, which were once overshadowed by grief and loss, now carry something different, a quiet inner strength, built not by forgetting, but by remembering with tenderness. She's not returning to the Rachel she once was, nor is she trying to. This is someone new. Someone who has been tempered by heartbreak, not destroyed by it. Someone who knows that healing is not erasure, but evolution. From behind her, Ian approaches. He says nothing. He is not required to. His footsteps are light, respectful, as though he's stepping onto sacred ground. There's a kind of gravity in Rachel's stillness, a presence that draws him in and holds him there, beside her. When he reaches out and places a hand on her shoulder, it is not to comfort or console. It is to see her, to recognize the miles they have both traveled in silence. It's a touch born of understanding, of shared scars and intertwined strength. They do not speak, but everything essential passes between them in that gesture. Below them, the ridge stirs into gentle motion. Claire, in her garden, moves with quiet purpose. Her fingers glide over the damp, green leaves of her herbs plants that have healed bodies and hearts alike. She glances up and sees Rachel and Ian, her gaze lingering just long enough to show she understands. She has lived this too, the moment where grief no longer dictates your days, but walks beside you instead. That delicate and sacred transition from mourning to meaning. Then, something unexpected, subtle. A flicker of hope carried not in words, but in a single instinctive movement, light as air. Rachel moves her hand to her abdomen. She does not even seem to notice she's done it, and yet, it speaks louder than any monologue could. A promise, a continuation, a quiet declaration that life, even after the hardest winters, insists on blooming again. The intricate web of daily life at Fraser's Ridge is revealed as the camera slowly moves back. Jamie splits logs in a rhythm as old as the land itself. Each strike is an echo of perseverance. Jamie is strong and steady. Brianna kneels in the underbrush, guiding Jemmy's small hands over deer tracks, passing on the knowledge of those who came before. Roger sings an old tune that sounds like a prayer as he fixes a broken fence. There is no commotion here, no moment frozen in cinematic glory, only life in all its resilience. Grief has not broken this place. It has deepened it like rain sinking into the soil. Sorrow has made space for new roots. Life's rhythm continues, enriched by loss, but not indifferent to it. Each character, each motion, is a testament to the truth Outlander has always honored, that love and loss, pain and beauty, are not opposites, but partners in the human experience. In the final image, a single wildflower pushes its way through the hardened ground. Winter has not made it weak. If anything, it has made it stronger. Yes, its bloom is fragile, but it is bold. It is nature's quiet oath. Life returns. As the screen fades to black, Rachel's voice lingers almost like a breeze whispering through tall grass, threaded with memory and meaning. We endure. 2 words. Simple. Unshakable. They are not a dismissal of pain, but an invitation to carry it forward as part of a fuller story. With them, a new chapter begins, not one that replaces the past, but one that stands on its shoulders. Rachel's journey closes, not with an ending, but with a transformation, a reminder that the heart can carry both love and loss, and still beat strong. More than just a story is left behind as Outlander comes to an end. It leaves behind a legacy etched into the lives of its characters and into the hearts of the fans who walked beside them. A legacy of fierce loyalty, quiet courage, and love that transcends time. But make no mistake, the story isn't truly over. Not for us. To keep the spirit of Outlander alive, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss what's to come. Be the first to know about new theories, in-depth examinations, and behind-the-scenes content by clicking the bell icon. Share your thoughts in the comments. What moment from Rachel's journey moved you the most? What stayed with you? Follow us on social media for exclusive content, fan spotlights, and upcoming community events that celebrate the heart of Outlander. This is not the end. It's simply the pause between pages. We'll see you again, maybe in another timeline, maybe in another story, but always with hearts open and ready. Thank you for walking this path with us. Together, let's keep writing the legacy. The devastating loss of Rachel's baby in Outlander Season 8 becomes more than just a tragic twist. It transforms into a powerful story of resilience, love, and the unbreakable bonds of family. As the season unfolds, Rachel's grief is not hers alone to bear. Claire, who knows this pain all too well, becomes her anchor, guiding her through the darkest moments with quiet strength. Ian, though shattered by their shared loss, refuses to let despair tear them apart, proving that love can endure even the deepest sorrow. The Fraser family rallies around Rachel, their collective grief weaving a new thread into the tapestry of their history. Jamie, haunted by the possibility that this tragedy was no accident, channels his fury into protecting what remains of their family. Brianna and Roger offer solace through their own hard-won wisdom. Even young Fanny, whose mysterious connection to faith lingers in the background, becomes an unexpected source of hope. A reminder that life, in all its fragility, still moves forward. By the season's end, Rachel's heartbreak does not vanish, but it does not destroy her. Instead, it reshapes her into a woman of quiet fortitude, one who carries her loss without being consumed by it. In a poignant final moment, she stands beside Ian at Fraser's Ridge, the autumn sun casting gold over the land they fought so hard to protect. There are no easy answers, no magical fixes, just the steady rhythm of life continuing, love persisting, and the unspoken promise that their story is far from over. The final shot lingers on Rachel's hands, no longer empty, but cradling something new. Whether it be hope, healing, or perhaps in time, another child. Because in the world of Outlander, even the deepest wounds can become scars, and scars tell the story of survival. And so, Rachel's heartbreaking loss becomes not an ending, but another chapter. One that proves that even in the face of unimaginable pain, the Fraser family endures. In a moving scene that continues long after the screen goes black, the journey of Rachel comes full circle. Months after her devastating loss, we find her standing at the edge of Fraser's Ridge at sunrise. The morning mist curling around her like a spectral embrace. The camera holds on her face, no longer shattered by grief, but marked by a quiet strength forged through suffering. Beside her, Ian places a gentle hand on her shoulder. Their silence says everything. Communication speaks volumes about the hard road they've traveled together. In the distance, Claire tends her herb garden, glancing up at the couple with knowing eyes. She recognizes this moment, this fragile transition from mourning to living again. Then, the revelation. Rachel's hand moves unconsciously to rest on her abdomen in a gesture every Outlander fan will recognize. Unspoken but unmistakable new life emerges where there was once loss. The camera pulls back to reveal the entire Fraser clan going about their morning routines. Jamie splitting wood, Brianna teaching Jemmy to track, Roger repairing a fence. Life relentless and beautiful continues. The final shot focuses on a single wildflower pushing through earth that had been frozen solid. Nature's stubborn promise of renewal. As the screen fades, we hear Rachel's voice, soft but steady. We endure. Although it isn't a perfect healing because, truthfully, does such a thing exist? This moment signals the beginning of a new chapter. One that doesn't sweep the past under the rug, but instead cradles it gently. It honors the heartbreak, the love lost, and the sacrifices made, while still daring to believe in something beautiful. Hope. Rachel's journey, like the most powerful Outlander tales, reminds us that even the deepest wounds eventually scar over. And those scars, they're not flaws. They're proof of endurance. They become a map of who we've been, and a quiet promise of who we're still becoming. As Outlander draws closer to its final bow, it's natural to feel that familiar ache, the one that comes when something beloved nears its end. But let's be clear, the heart of this story beats on. The love, the betrayal, the impossible choices, the magic of time and fate. It all continues in us, in how we remember, in how we discuss, in how we hold space for it. And make no mistake, the drama isn't over. Not by a long shot. We're just entering a new phase. One where the fans become the keepers of the flame. Where the community steps in to carry the stories forward from one generation of viewers to the next. Here's how you can keep the Outlander magic alive and thriving. Smash that subscribe button so you're always in the loop for new breakdowns, emotional deep dives, and wild fan theories. Tap that bell icon so you never miss the exact moment a fresh wave of content hits, because we're diving deeper than ever before. Tell us in the comments, what moment in Rachel's story broke you, healed you, or stayed with you long after the credits rolled? Let's open the floor for some real talk. Join us on social media for exclusive content, live Q&As, fan spotlights, and the best kind of chaos, passionate discussion with people who get it. And remember, this isn't goodbye. This is just see you in another timeline. Whether we meet again through a new series, a spin-off, or a rewatch that hits even harder the second time, we'll be right here waiting with open arms and open hearts. Together, we're not just watching a story. We're becoming part of it.